Hello, my friends, and welcome. I'm really glad you've joined me today. Take a moment to relax. Let the noise of your day quiet down for a bit. Because today, we're going to explore something every English learner has faced, sometimes even without realizing it. You study hard. You memorize new words. You feel proud of what you've learned. And yet, a few days later, some of those words disappear. You remember seeing them, you remember liking them, but when you try to use them, your mind feels blank. Sound familiar? If it does, don't worry. You're not bad at English, and you're definitely not alone. Every learner forgets. Even native speakers forget new words sometimes. Today, we'll talk about why this happens and how you can gently train your brain to remember English words longer, without stress, without overstudying, and without fear. You ready? Let's dive in. Let's start with the important truth. Forgetting is not failure. It's actually a normal, healthy part of how your brain works. Think of your brain like a smart assistant. It constantly checks what you use and what you ignore. If a word appears just once, your brain quietly says, I'll keep it for now, but if I don't see it again soon, I'll let it go. That's its way of saving energy and staying efficient. So when you forget a word, it's not that your memory is weak, it's that your brain decided it wasn't essential yet. Your job as a learner is simply to show your brain that the word is important by bringing it back again and again, in different contexts. Here's where many learners go wrong. They believe the secret is to learn more words faster. 10 new words every day, 20, 50, even more. It feels productive at first, doesn't it? You fill notebooks, make lists, maybe highlight pages. But inside, your brain is tired, overloaded with information it hasn't had time to digest. And when the brain feels tired, it forgets quickly. Here's the smarter way. Learn fewer words, but return to each one over several days. Instead of trying to memorize 20 new words, pick just one. Yes, one. Let's try it together. Imagine the word morning. Now, instead of just memorizing it, try connecting it with real life. Good morning. Morning walk. Morning coffee. A morning person. Early morning air. See how that feels different? The same word appears in different forms and situations. Your brain takes notice because suddenly that word belongs somewhere. It has meaning. This method, revisiting one word in many ways, is much more powerful than rushing through long lists of words you'll forget by next week. Now, here's something to remember. A word on its own doesn't like being alone. Think of the word cold. If I just say cold, your brain starts searching for meaning. Cold what? Cold water, cold weather, cold coffee. The word floats around without an anchor, and that's why it slips away so easily. But when we see it in a full sentence, it's cold today, or I like cold water, now the word has a home. Context is like that home. It gives the word life, purpose, and identity. Without context, your brain can't attach emotion or meaning. With context, everything clicks. So next time you learn a new word, don't just study it alone. Put it in a sentence. Better yet, in a sentence that matters to you. For example, if you're learning the word journey, don't just memorize the definition. Say it like this: learning English is my journey. Now that's personal. And because it connects with your emotion, your brain keeps it longer. Let me share something really powerful and a bit surprising about memory. Your mouth helps your brain remember. When you speak a word out loud, not only do you say it, but you also hear it. That sound enters your ears and signals your brain. This word is real. Keep it. That's why I always tell my students, don't just read silently, speak. Especially if you're alone. Try it with me right now. Listen first. I drink water in the morning. Now repeat slowly. I drink water in the morning. Once more, nice and calm. I drink water in the morning. Did you notice what happened? You slowed down. You paid attention to each word. That focused moment helps your brain create stronger memory links. Speaking connects your voice, ears, and memory in one loop. That's how language becomes natural, not just something you think about, but something you feel. Now, let's talk about time. Many people believe that learning English means long, tiring study sessions, 1 or 2 hours every day. But here's the good news. Your brain doesn't need that. It prefers short, regular sessions. Imagine watering a plant. If you pour 2 buckets of water once a week, the plant drowns. But if you give it a little water every day, it stays alive and grows. Learning works the same way. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes again before bed. That rhythm keeps your memory active and happy. This method has a name, spaced repetition. Spaced means you leave time between study moments. Repetition means you meet the same word again later. First time, the word feels new. Second time, familiar. Third time, easy. That's how learning becomes long-term memory. So try this. Choose one new word each day. See it once in the morning, once again at night. Next day, repeat it along with a new one. You'll be amazed at how much you retain and how little effort it really takes. Here's a hidden truth few learners know. Emotions help memory stick. When you learn a word and feel something, amusement, curiosity, pride, your brain marks it as special. That's why you remember jokes, stories, or quotes more easily than long word lists. So how can you use this for English? Create emotional connections with the words you learn. If you study the word kindness, think about a person who was kind to you. If you learn storm, imagine the sound of rain against your window. These little emotional scenes anchor the word deeply inside your brain. When language connects to feeling, memory becomes natural. And let's be honest, isn't that what real communication is about? Feeling connected. All right, let's pause here and make it practical. How can you build a routine that really sticks? Here are 5 habits that can transform your English memory. Speak a little every day. Not perfectly, just daily. Consistency is everything. Write what you say. Writing reinforces your thoughts and trains accuracy. Review what you already know. Old words deserve new life. Listen actively. When you hear words in podcasts, songs, or shows, pause and repeat them aloud. Connect learning to your life. Use new words to talk about your world, your mornings, your work, your feelings. These steps seem simple, but when practiced daily, they build habits that last years. Let's take a short pause and practice a simple repetition pattern. I'll speak a few sentences. You can repeat after me. Ready? I learn new words with joy. I remember words when I use them. English feels easier every day. My brain is strong. My progress is real. That exercise may seem small, but the act of repeating strengthens your confidence, and confidence helps you remember. Here's something very important. Forgetting is part of learning. Yes, really. Each time you forget and remember again, that word becomes stronger in your mind. You're training your memory, like lifting a weight at the gym. Think of learning English like building muscles. You don't see results immediately, but small daily actions slowly shape something powerful. So don't be afraid to forget. Be afraid of not returning. That's when progress stops. Before we finish, let's touch on your mindset. Learning English isn't a race, it's a journey. And like every journey, some days feel fast and others feel slow. But every step counts. So focus less on how fast you're learning and more on staying on the path. Even 5 minutes a day counts as progress. Small drops fill an ocean. Can I ask you something before we end? What's one English word you keep forgetting, no matter how often you study it? Share it in the comments. You might discover that many other learners feel exactly the same. And if today's talk helped you see memory and language in a new way, I'd love for you to follow or subscribe so you won't miss future episodes. Here on Everyday English Talk Podcast, our goal is simple: to help you grow your language skills with calm, consistent learning. Until next time, keep speaking, keep smiling, and remember, every word you meet again is one step closer to fluency. Take care, my friend.